Lewis, how are we doing?
Yeah, good man. How are you, bro?
I'm good, thank you. So, I just want to ask you some questions so that people can stop being scared of Zenith, pretty much,
Oh,
like you were before you started.
yeah,
Um,
literally.
do you want to just sort of give me like a quick rundown on, well, one, when did you start, and two, like, how are you getting on?
Yeah. So, been in Zenith for 6 weeks. How am I getting on? Honestly, better than expected. Landed two roles as a closer. Quit my 9 to 5, as you know. Obviously, I went all in with this. Not that everyone has to do the same. It's just how I operate personally. And ended up landing two offers as a closer, earning around 1,300 a week in comms. So it's going really well. Like it's actually shocked me. I knew I'd succeed. I knew I'd get there because I put in the work, but I didn't think it would be this smooth of a process by just turning up every day. If you know what I mean?
I think you're the gold star of client at the moment. I think you're ranking top by far. But what do you want to tell us a little bit about before you joined? Like, what were you doing? What was life like before you jumped on?
Yeah, man, of course. So before I've always been in sales, but it was just, corporate, working in the office. I've sold gas, electric, I've sold insurance policies, like you name it, I've sold it. So I was just working in an office, 9 to 5, boss, crap commission, fairly good basic for the 9 to 5 sort of life.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, done 10 years of that, like left school, done 10 years of that. And I was just so sick and tired of performing, putting in extra hours and really showing up every day
Hmm.
and being like the star, if you will, of the office and just not really getting paid for what I was delivering. So when I come across you and I saw your ad, I was like, oh, I already do sales. Let me hop on it. But my background has always been sales, just corporate industry, just really, really trying to make it and just save and save and save.
It's interesting to me because like I've always done this side of sales. I've never done the side that you've been in before, but my
Yeah.
understanding of that side, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you almost get penalised for doing better. So like someone
Hmm.
that's sat next to you that's on the same salary as you, that's and you just get given more work and more stuff to do because you're better at doing it, doesn't mean you necessarily get paid more. Is that right, or is there a
Yeah, yeah, no, no, literally spot on. The basic stays the same. You probably get a 1% increase in salary on your basic wage every year,
mm,
which is like I'm talking like after tax, it's like an extra 60 quid in your bank every month, which pays for my iPhone. Like it's not worth it, man. And then when you do really exceed targets and go over, there's no performance reviews, like rarely. The commission that they pay you is again a couple of £100, yet you build like 500K to 1 million for the business. It's just literally, I don't know. I think it's slavery personally, but that's my opinion.
and what like obviously being in sales, I think there's this stigma of remote sales being this like woo woo fancy uh, bro kind of thing. Like what prompted you to wanna even consider it? Like had you heard of it that side of stuff before coming across my stuff, or was that the first time you'd sort of seen it?
No, I never heard of the remote space. I never even knew what a setter was. Obviously, I knew what a closer was because I was kind of like doing it in the corporate world,
Yeah.
but I never even heard of it. So when I saw remote sales, I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
no driving to work, burning £300 a week in fuel. I kind of like pricked my ears up a little bit. No, never heard of it before.
Fair. So then 6 weeks ago, so what's that? Start of Jan ish? Did you start?
Yeah, it was that started Jan, like 4th of Jan, I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like
4th of Jan. So and then in 6 weeks you've got two roles,
that. Mhm.
1,300 a week in commission.
Yeah.
Walk me through those 6 weeks, like from start to finish. Like we had a conversation at the very start, didn't we? Because
Hmm.
you're very similar to me in like take action, then think about it afterwards.
Hmm.
Um, and we had a conversation, didn't we? And I was like trying to make it crystal clear that I do not condone or say like do this and leave your job straight away.
Yeah.
But what like walk me through those 6 weeks, like what from start to now, where how's that happened and
Honestly, like where, because obviously when I joined or was thinking about joining before I actually made the step to join,
yeah.
Obviously, I was saying to you that I was worried. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't manage the drive to work, my 9 to 5, and what if this doesn't work? And I was just battling, battling, battling. And then where I've gone all in, I literally had a couple of grand in the bank to cover my bills, and I just left. I left my 9 to 5, and I thought I have to make this work. I went all in, and I'm not going to lie, where I've quit my role and I'm not working those 8 hours a day, I was waking up at 7 a.m. I was hitting the gym, already done a litre of water and back home by 9 o'clock. And then from 9 till 10 p.m. Zenith, just going over and over and over again, getting through the modules, getting through the course, just going over and over the videos. If I didn't understand something, I'd make a note, right, okay, we're going to go back to that tomorrow morning. And it was just repeat. I had to get a role fast. Yeah. There wasn't time to wait around. There wasn't time to be like, look, I'll do that module tomorrow. It was sleep, gym, work, and repeat. Like, I knew that's the state I had to be in over the next however long or foreseeable future to make sure that I'm successful in this. So this 6 weeks has been long days, but very, very manageable, enjoyable, exciting. I love learning, and I've learned loads of new stuff, and I love sales. And when you learn more about the industry that you love, there's nothing better than waking up, sitting at my desk and doing that every day. Life's great, man. The 6 weeks has been challenging, but it's been challenging because it's been developing me as a person and allowing me to grow. Yeah. And this was my path. Like, this was where I was meant to get to, which is why God removed my 9 to 5 and put Zenith in front of me. So I knew that was I knew that was
inspiring me.
So I knew that was my call. I knew that was my call, man. And it's working. We're in. We've got our got our claws deep in, and we're doing it. We're killing it.
Because obviously my like guarantee, the thing that Zenith is a job in 90 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've managed to get 2 in 30 days.
Yeah.
How did you do that versus someone getting 1 in 90?
Do you know what it is? Like, my personal opinion, I'm a strong believer in putting all of your energy into one thing to get the best possible outcome. I feel if you are somebody who is working and doing this on the side, it's going to be tough. Yeah. It's going to be tough. If you operate like me, that's going to be tough. Yeah. Me personally, how I managed to land those 2 roles is by putting my 100% effort into Zenith and understanding and manipulating myself in a way where, like, no, I've got a job already. Like, I work in remote sales. That's who I am. That's what I do now. Yeah. You kind of have to do that. So me personally, it's all in. It's all or nothing. You can't be working on the side to this. This is my view. Again, nothing against anyone who is slowly transitioning. Like, again, it's everyone's personal preference. But for me personally, the reason why I've been able to land these 2 roles is because I've, number one, told myself I could do it. The program, the Zenith Academy, is set up in a way where it's very well structured and user friendly and great to follow. So there's no confusion. So I personally just feel you just give it 100% and just put all your energy into that. There's literally no way you can go wrong. Like, the money back guarantee doesn't even mean anything. Like, you shouldn't do it and think, oh, if I fail, I'll get my money back. You should do it going, I've spent this amount in order to get this outcome. Yeah. And now I've put myself in that position, so it has to work. And that's just my personal opinion.
And someone might be sat listening to this thinking, oh, it's all right for you, Lewis. You can just leave your job and go all in. But I've got kids. I've got a responsibility. Like, you had responsibilities. You do have responsibilities, right? Like, it wasn't like you're just living at home with your parents and you can just go, oh, fuck it, I'll just leave my 9 to 5 and go all in.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
What sort of did that? I know you put yourself into that position, but what did that mean to you to have to do that? What did you have to potentially sacrifice for that to happen?
Yeah, good question. I mean, it's a perspective shift, right? Like, I can't carry on doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. And to people out there that do have bills, a family to support, completely understand why they would be hesitant, of course. But I was actually in the same bracket. Like, I can relate to that. My rent's $1,200, the 1-bedroom flat. I've got bills on top of that and I need to eat. And I think it was $1,900. I didn't even have $2,000 in my account when I quit my 9 to 5. I didn't even have a laptop.
I remember that actually. You started on your phone, didn't you?
yeah, exactly. But you kind of have to make that jump to change your outcome. Like the reason why people are stressing about I've got bills to pay, I can't do it, I've got a family to eat, is because they haven't taken the leap or the jump to put themselves in a situation like I have to then better their outcome. And then in 60 days or 90 days, they're not stressing about the food on their table or how their family's going to eat because they made the jump to now where they're earning 5 to 10 grand a month, for example. So, me personally, it's just a perspective shift. Like, I can either stay where I am and worry about the food on the table for the foreseeable future, or I can just 100% believe in myself, take the jump, and knowing that in 30 days or 60 days, either way, we're going to have a role because I'm going to make it work. Yeah. Like it just goes against science. You just have to put in the work and it works. It's
to
literally
outwork any doubt, don't you?
Yeah, literally. But I was in the same position, you know, I've got bills to pay and whatever. But the only way that would spark me to work, like I wouldn't give Zenith my 100% energy because I'd be like, oh, I've got my 9 to 5, I get paid. Yeah, oh, I get paid in a couple of weeks, I'll be fine. Do you know what? I might actually jib this off. Like that's the mindset you go down. Whereas when you're like, shit, okay, I've got 1900, you give yourself a weekly budget of what you have, like must haves, and then you leave the rest in the bank to cover you until you land a role. And that's what I did.
Worked out pretty well, didn't it?
It worked out perfectly fine. Now I don't need to worry about the HMRC app. I can just go and take 15 calls for the week and then get paid.
And walk us through that process of actually landing that first role. Like how did that actually come about? What was the process like? And how was the first how was settling into that?
Yeah. So process when it comes to roles. I obviously in Zenith, there's an opportunity section where you can see all the roles that are listed for you. So once I was obviously taught how to structure the Loom videos and the actual application process behind it, it was just a case of applying. And then I think 3 days later, the role that I applied for, he reached out to me on Instagram. And was like, look, we saw your Loom video. We'd like to kind of trial you out or at least have a call with you. And then we jumped on a call 2 days after that. They were in Bali. I'm in the UK. And then kind of went through not a role play, but kind of asked me questions to see if I was the right fit. Yeah. And they were like, we love you, man. Let's give it a go. So the process was essential. You've done everything for me, to be fair, Frank. Like the master sheet with how to structure your looms. And then the jobs are literally there for you to check every single day. All you need to do is wake up, apply, and you're good.
Love it, man. And walk us through the actual experience with Zenith, like in terms of support, and do you feel like you've been looked after? Like for someone who, like, let's be honest, you were hesitant, right? Like because I think you'd been messed about before, or
yeah, I have been, yeah.
What like how does that compare to what you've experienced before in terms of like knowing that we've got you?
Well, that's a good question. The reason why I felt safe to invest in myself with Zenith was because there's a community of people. You've also got the admin section as well, where I could actually speak to the yourself. Is it Jack? Who is it? Is it Jackson? Who is it? Jackson. I can't remember. Is it Jackson? Yeah. I speak to Jackson as well. So any support I need, it's there. Whereas previously, when I'd done my crypto course, drop shipping, it was a case of this is what you need to do. These are the products. This is the website. This is how you make a website. Sorry. Got about it. After that, there was no communication. But you actually made me feel very safe because even when I was struggling or at the start, it was obviously very confusing. Like anything was new, in all honesty. Yeah. I just reach out to you and be like, hey, bro, a bit confused. And if you was busy, you'd let me know. And if you were free, it'd be like, I've got you, no worries, what do you need? Yeah. So I always felt looked after. You was constantly reaching out to me, making sure I was okay. And it was just completely different, man. Like I knew once I joined, it was just a different ballgame. And I really like the fact that we can all communicate with each other. In my previous courses, people couldn't. I didn't know who bought a course. Yeah. And how weird is this, right? On Ollie's call on Tuesday, there was a guy called Liam, and I used to go to school with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And Ollie was asking a question when we was doing the role play, and he popped up, and I was like, "Oh wait!" So I quickly jumped on. I've just sent him a message,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Bro, is that you?" And he's like, "Yeah." When your face popped up, I was like, "What?" It's just crazy. But yeah, man, like I've had messages being like, "Oh, well done on your first role" and stuff like this. So it's just nice to be able to communicate with people that are in the community as well, rather than just having a course, dealing with it, and then feeling lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely looked after, man, for sure.
And then in regards to the coaching, like obviously we've got 4 coaches on board now. Myself, Ollie,
Yes.
Gary, and Jackson. Like, how do you feel? Do you get benefit from all of them, or do you like where do you see you get the most sort of?
Well, he's a game changer, Frank.
Yeah.
Ollie's a game changer, man.
Good.
I mean, his humor as well is just hilarious. That guy cracks me up.
Yeah.
He's funny, but no, seriously, very valuable stuff. And like, I've set up like in my own personal Google Calendar. I've made sure that 7 p.m. Tuesdays is Ollie's call. Like, life go away. It's Ollie.
Yeah.
It really, really valuable, man. Gary again, great, but I think you go into that extra, like taking that extra step or like going the extra mile to include people like that, it makes such a big difference. Like even just being able to have the refresh at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday of shit, this is why this is why I fucked up in data.
Yeah.
This is why I messed up in emotion. And learning the little tips and the refreshes with Ollie like really, really helps. So I think it's great, man. Great.
Amazing, man.
Yeah,
Flying, man. And what's like, obviously in comparison to where you were to where you are now, obviously you've come on leaps and bounds. Say it's only been 6 weeks. What's the next 6 months, 12 months beyond? What's that look like for you?
Yeah, good question. Good question. So, I mean, I'm a believer. Like before in my 9 to 5, I never earned more than like 4K after tax.
Yeah.
I'm doing 1,300 at the moment a week, which is 5.2K a month. So, you know, we've hit the 5K, and if I've hit the 5K, I'm not going to say let's go for 15 because we haven't even hit 10. So I think if we go be realistic, and in the next 6 months we can be earning 10K a month. That's ideal. 2 years from now, 20, 30K, so on and so forth. But the next 6 months for me is just learning, making sure that I can develop more skills, better the skills I currently have, focus on my strong points, really put them into my delivery during my conversations when I have calls or my offers. Staying in touch with Zenith, keeping up to track with that, and just smashing it out like the best I can do. I can't really give you I know a number I want to hit per month, but in terms of what that looks like for me, it just looks like continuous graft. You know, like if there's an offer that pops up that instinctively is telling me that I should go for it, and I'm at that right time, I'll take it. I'm just waiting to see where it aligns, man. But I'm a big believer in God. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't have a problem, but I know God is going to open up the doors for me if I just turn up every day and remove old habits.
Yeah.
And because I've introduced new habits, what God will do is go, "Oh, we'll put you over here now," and He will just direct me as long as I keep showing up and doing the work.
Yeah.
So I've just got faith, and I know what I need to do essentially.
And how does that translate into like actual real life? Like obviously it's all good saying 10, 15, 20, 30K per month, but what changes in your life because of that? Is it new cars? Is it flashy watches? Is it holidays?
Yeah, to be fair, man, I'm a bit of a I do like my watches and my cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
First things first is a house, but I do want an Audi RS3.
Nice.
Yeah, I
What
want
you
that
got
loud
now?
engine.
Golf R?
I've got a Tiguan R.
Tiguan R, right? Okay.
Tiguan R. Yeah.
They're,
2018 plate.
they're nice though.
Tiguan. Yeah, then it's nice and it's nippy. She's got a bit of a nice sound to her, but we can upgrade for sure.
I love it, man. You're flying.
So yeah, materialism, man. Like the house, car, watch. For me, it's not really about time. If I'm being honest, I don't mind working 10 hours a day. If only just 1 or 2 days a week, I can drive my RS.
Yeah.
So.
Love it, man. And
yeah,
just to sort of wrap it up, obviously, someone watching this might be on the fence or thinking I'm a scammer. That's going around massively at the moment. Like, how would you talk to that individual, and what would you say to them when they've got these thoughts?
I mean, first of all, I can relate. I was in the exact same position, and in fact, like the most successful students, I want, like, for example, myself, actually tend to accelerate and do the best in that scenario,
Yeah.
if you're probably thinking that way. So my advice would be just to take the leap, have a bit of blind faith, but also know that the approach from Zenith is good morally. The intentions behind it are not to sell you a course, it's genuinely to do what it says on the tin, which is to help you get out of your 9 to 5 and land a remote sales role. But just take that jump. And fear will always hold you back.
Yeah.
But I was at a point where I was so uncomfortable in my current situation that I had to make it work, and I had to take that jump, and I'm really glad I did. But I would say don't really think about it. Just identify if, number one, sales is something that you like and it's something that you enjoy, and don't just join because you see 5K a month. Like, that's probably not right for you.
Yeah.
But if you like the fact that it's sales and you enjoy talking to people and helping people, plus earning a shit ton of money remotely per month as well, then I would say just take the leap, go for it, and you'll succeed.
And obviously, you're coming from a sales background, so you're like you said earlier, like you love sales. What would you say to someone who's never done sales?
Good question. It's exciting. For me, in fact, actually, you probably come in with a less, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, like when you have so much information in your brain
Yeah.
and you think the sales should be done one way, and then you come into this space and it's like, oh shit, this is actually completely different.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're someone who has done sales like myself and you come into this space, you're probably at more of a disadvantage because you're so corrupted in a way by what the corporate world has taught you on how to sell. Whereas if you're a fresh egg, if you're someone who's fresh, never done sales before, and you worked in a factory, then you're probably the best fit because you can come in with a fresh mind, a clear head, with no idea, and be taught the right way right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Whereas someone like myself, I had to undo a lot of the work that was already in my head. Does that make sense?
It's like bad habits and stuff that.
Yeah, man.
Over.
And it was just, yeah. So I'd probably say it probably even worked better for someone who hasn't even worked in sales before.
Love it, man. Oh, you smashed it. I think the biggest thing I've taken from you is like the people who do well, like yourself, like I said, top student, and the people who don't sign up. Both of you are equally scared. Like, I know when I've made investments before and done stuff like this, I've been scared of doing it. But the people that do well, like yourself, are still scared, and it's okay to be scared. In fact, it's good if you're scared.
Mm-hmm.
It just means you're doing the right thing. If you're scared of something,
100%.
It's almost like a litmus test to do it rather than to not do it.
100%. And also as well, like, you're going to be, either way, whether you stay where you are, you're going to be worried every day because you're going to be constantly thinking, oh, I need to get there, how?
Yeah.
And you're going to be pissed off that you're not making the decision to get there. Or you can wake up every day and be scared, but know that you're actually doing it.
Yeah.
And for me, that gives me a better peace of mind.
Love it, man. I appreciate it, Lewis. I know you got a call, so you run.
Legend.
I'll speak to you soon.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it, Lewis. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
In a bit, man.